What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Calgary Barbell. I am finishing up my second developmental block, heading into Nationals 2017 March. Today did a little bit of work against chains. Worked up to 280 kilos plus about 50 kilos in chains, and then did some bench press with a 2-board against chains as well. This week actually kind of had a little bit of up and down, if you will. Monday came in, tried to squat, everything was shit. Everything hurt really bad. I tried not to get too worked up about it. It was a little bit of a downer about the whole thing. And then I came in yesterday to do competition squats again, same weight, but what we did was we switched from 3 sets of 5 to 5 sets of 3. And I kind of went back to some of the bracing and the cues that I was using before, which mostly for me is just focusing and maintaining a lot of extension throughout the lift. So making sure, I even changed my head position. I normally look down here a little bit. I started looking up a little bit just to maintain that much more extension. And that seems to really take a lot of pressure off my hip. I don't know if it's an SI thing, I don't know if it's a sprain piriformis or what. Like, nobody's been able to diagnose it. I went to see the sport medicine doctor on Tuesday morning. He did a bunch of tests and said, well, it could be this, but you didn't show any symptoms of that when we did the test. It could be this, but you didn't show any symptoms of that when we did the test. So they're referring me for an MRI, which is probably gonna take between 6 and 8 months to get into. But in the meantime, I feel like I am making progress doing what I'm doing, so I'm not super stressed about it. Our question of the day today comes from Grant Miller, and he asks, hey dude, I'm pretty new to the channel, just wondering what made you want to try out equipped lifting? And that's a cool question for me, because it was kind of an exciting decision for me to get into the equipment, to try that out, and it's made my training more exciting, which is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do it. I've been doing classic powerlifting, raw powerlifting, whatever you want to call it, for 3 or 4 years now. Training, regardless of how much you love it, things can get a little bit monotonous. So for me, it was a way to keep my training exciting. I had a little bit of I still have a very big hip issue, which the suit in squats, at least the squat suit, allows me to work around. So it keeps me compressed, it keeps me extended a little bit. So that allows me to work around my hip issue a little bit. So it kept my training fresh. It allowed me to work around my hip injury a little bit. And honestly, who doesn't want to squat 100 or 200 pounds more than they ever have before just by learning how to use a suit? I mean, a lot of people are gonna look at that and be like, quit lifting, it's so lame. It's not even you, it's just the suit doing the lifting and blah, blah, blah. But I think it's really cool. I got a lot of respect for it and a lot of respect for the guys who do it. I think it's very much a skill in and of itself, especially the bench shirt, which I'm sure if you've been around the channel for any period of time, you've seen me struggle with time and time again. So it's new and exciting. It's an overload stimulus for me. I feel like it's really helped my bench in some ways. My raw bench has actually started moving pretty good, at a pretty good clip since I started benching in the shirt. So those are the reasons I do it. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like the video if you liked it. Click the subscribe button. Thanks to everybody who has already. And stay tuned for the contest announcement if that hasn't already dropped. If it has, enter the contest. We got some cool stuff. We'll see you guys next time.